Hey everyone, Manga7 here. How we doing today? Welcome to another Dragalia Lost video. This is for all the people who always say you can't do that because you spent money and that's the only reason you did it. This is my free-to-play account. For those of you who again haven't been watching Twitch, don't follow Twitch. I do run this account pretty often, actually, almost more than my main lately, just because I have so many projects going with it. I'm sitting at 11.3k might. I haven't tried to up my might at all actively. I tried to hit 10k and from there it just keeps coming and coming and coming. And this is what it is. So I want to show this, guys, to you, kind of explain what I'm doing with this, and maybe some of you will tag along. I know there's some in Twitch chat already doing the same sort of thing, and hopefully some people have some fun with this. So I've put out some rules that I have on myself for this account on the left. The first thing is there's absolutely no summons on this account. I will not be summoning whatsoever, and I will never ever use anything from a summon we get. If it's a random summon, if it's anything, every single account in the entire world does not get. So a really good example for this is Kleeman here. I got Kleeman as my guaranteed 4-star, or whatever you want to call it, and I'm never going to use him. He's just going to sit here taunting me this whole time. I'm actually considering sending a ticket into Psy Games and asking him to delete him from my account because I feel like he tarnishes it. The other thing is, no anything like item material spamming, nothing that really everybody has access to. In general, your Wormite is going to be spent on refreshes, on your Smith Worms. I should probably have put that in the rules. And just as sparingly as possible. The end goal of this account is just to try to save as much Wormite as physically possible and to try not to spend any. I don't want to go too nuts on it. Like, I don't want to refresh till the end of time to try to boost the power up, because a regular player wouldn't do that. So I'm only really doing that when I really want to get a challenge done faster for YouTube, if that makes sense. One of them being this current challenge quest now. And as you can see, we have 3 10-folds and a 12-fold there too. So long story short, this means you're going to be using your base team basically all the time. There's nobody else you can really use. I've got these 4 as my high might team, but I'm not using Celery actively currently. I only used her for the event. And this is the team I'm currently using. I've got a 4-star weapon on Luca, a 4-star light weapon. I've got this ML Bead or Mubbed Plunder Pals right now, almost level 100. I've got Elisan currently I'm working on. I've got Mango7 free to play, and I've got Ranzel. In the backline here, obviously I have the last girl, who is the only one, honestly, that really feels underwhelming in the starter group of people. Like, I have a pretty good time with Yuden, with Elisan, honestly with Ranzel too, as much as I don't like him. He's got 2 arms! Luca too, I have a love-hate relationship with Luca. I'm going to show you a run later after I'm done talking here of the current challenge that I'm trying to struggle with right now, the 2-minute challenge, and Luca just, he is infuriating, but I don't know how else to fix it. So obviously, since you don't have too many units to work on, you have all the resources in the entire world, right? Like, I'm never going to run out of mana after a certain point. I'm never going to run out of dragon scales. I'm never going to run out of anything. So I'm currently working on Ranzel's 4-star elemental weapon too, and that's another good reason for this account. It's to be able to answer more questions. Like, I did a video on should you use 4-star elemental weapons, and it was hard for me to really answer that because I'd never done it myself, and this way it gives me an opportunity to do that and give you guys some actual feedback on it. Also, my dragons here, I do have Jupiter here at level 55 of 80, max unbound right now. I have a Pelite, which I should actually unequip, I just realized now, because she's not accessible anymore. So I should be putting Brunhilde onto Yuden as well. I've got a Mercury 2 here, almost max unbound, and I've got Midgar Stormer, also almost max unbound. And again, I've got Zodiac here, who I don't use too much because Cleo just has been really unfortunate. The only place I use Cleo is Onslaughts right now, and I definitely regret it when I do. So yeah, that's about all I want to talk about so far. Here's my Worm Prince as well. I just want to show, like, the main goal of this account is to show that you can do everything in this game without any sort of issue here. And as you can see, I did get the Volcanic Fiend Slayer epitep here, or however you say that word. Granted, I did half get carried because I was carrying people all day and I didn't have time to grind my character, but I did have 20 seconds left or something like that, so I very easily could have done it with just a regular team, I think. To note as well, I ended up with 3,000 emblems on the last event. I stopped at 3,000. I would have done 6,000 again, but I was carrying on stream and I spent the last 2 days doing that. Otherwise, I would have for sure made 6,000.
Nice night, huh?
Yeah, that's about it. So again, the importance of this account is just to showcase what a free-to-play account can do and why it's important to not think that units are everything. That's the important part here. And also, I'd really like to say how much fun I'm having with this. Like, honestly, this is almost giving me more fun than my main. Like, I'm almost enjoying this more than my main currently just because it's a blast and I can see the progression. I went in with my main on the 2-minute challenge event and basically one-shot it, which was kind of underwhelming to me. But this, I've been working on it and I can actually see improvements when I do it, which is exciting. Also to note, I'm at 300 facility level here, so I have been keeping up here as well. My player level is 73, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm actually going to go through one challenge run here to see how I can do. Honestly, this is really tough. It's really, really tough with this account. I don't know if I can get it done with my current setup with Luca. There's just so much annoyance with that stupid skeleton, and it's just very difficult. So I'm going to talk through what I do, why I do it, and hopefully I can get a good run right off the bat, and we can see. So if I added the sum of my best phases, I would definitely make the timer with like 10 seconds to spare, but the best I've actually done is with about 20 seconds away from the timer, the 2-minute timer, of course. So here's hoping we can get it done. And again, that's why I'm switching to Ranzel. One of the other problems is I'm using a controller and I'm unable to easily switch between players because I've been too lazy to set up my macro or my hotkeys to switch. So theoretically, I should have Ranzel for the first couple phases here, and then I should switch into, this is the wrong stage, and then I should switch into Luca for the end phases and try to burn that boss down. I'm pretty sure if I do that, I will be super fine. I really just like went into this thinking for sure I could get this done, and boy oh boy is Luca proving me wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna talk through one of these with you guys, and hopefully things go okay. I'm not gonna do a bunch of different runs of this. I'm just gonna try to get one okay run to kind of show you guys where I'm at with this. Since I did say I would have this done by yesterday and I haven't, so I kind of am ashamed for that, but it is what it is. I tried my best, and this is really hard with Luca. I kind of underestimated the suckiness of Luca, to be honest. I thought for sure this would be fine by this point. I'm gonna 4-strike here and run away. I want to get everything as close as possible. Those two together is amazing, by the way, because that means we get a double hit of 4-strike here, which is awesome damage. And same with over here. I want to try to hit the middle one if I can. No, Ranzel! Ranzel is the worst, by the way. He just stopped the kill. And this is the hardest part. If I can get attacks on this guy, use my charge, and then use Ellie's skill, I can basically one-shot this whole wave. If it wasn't for Ranzel, of course, over there, knocking everybody over. So that's a pretty insane first couple phases here, but I am going to get hit. No, I'm not. Did I not get hit? Getting hit is really bad, by the way. You really don't have time to get hit here. No, shoot this way, and this is why when people, that was perfect, by the way, if I didn't screw that last little bit. This is why when people ask me if it's okay to play horizontally, I say no, because you get a huge advantage. So we want him to charge to the bottom right here. That's the ideal thing for him to do, is charge at me down here. But instead he's going to charge over here and chase after stupid, which is incredibly frustrating here. So now, because that screwed up, I have to focus down this knight, which basically means I'm not going to get this done because I'm out of time. For this to go right, all of them have to go into the same area, and I need to get them all hit at the same time. Also, to explain how to maximize your damage, while you are using a bow user, you really need to get 4 strikes done and abilities at the same time. It adds a huge amount of damage. Like, I can go like this, charge my Force Strike, and then use an ability right as the arrow goes up, and the damage just piles on. There because I screwed up, even though it's gonna definitely lose me DPS. But that's okay. We obviously failed by now. We need to have it killed, which seems impossible at this point, but I will get it done, I swear. The best I've done is I've killed it in about 15 seconds from now, so about 30 seconds left. And that was a while ago, like before I had all of my buildings leveled up. So I'm pretty sure I can get this done. And the better you do at the start, the better it gets, because you get full dragon modes going. And that's one of the problems right now if that starting doesn't go right. Because if the starting does go right, I do kill all two of the ads at basically the same time, which is amazing. In the first Ellie's Pumpkin, and then every last little bit, I can focus on the boss here. And if that doesn't happen, you're just in such a rough time. Like, we finished with like 2 seconds left. But I mean, hey, we still finished. So yeah, that is just a showing of this account so far, where it's been, how it's going, and how much I want to use anybody other than Luca. This is the first time I've really felt that I've been struggling on this account. I've been able to clear every single thing in the game so far pretty easily, outside of High Midgar Stormer, obviously. So I hope I can get this done. If you want to see this account in action, feel free to join us on Twitch there. That's where we do the most showcasing of it. As always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to see any more content on this account, anything specifically, let me know. If you're ever struggling with anything, let me know, and I can try to show you how to do it with this, because I have access to literally the same things every person has access to and less. So this account is super behind, and it can still get things done with good play and with good planning. So anyway, have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all later. Bye now.